What is life without purpose? Imagine waking up each day with a heavy heart, feeling lost, like you're just floating through life without any direction. It's like moving through a very heavy fog. Your actions seem pointless, and every step you take is taken with question and uncertainty. You actually start to compare yourself to others, thinking, why don't I have what they have? Why don't I feel happy? What's wrong with me? See, that constant search to find meaning leaves you feeling irrelevant, confused, unfulfilled, and completely drained. But you are relevant. Every single person on this earth has a purpose. Yes, that means you have a purpose. There's a reason that you're here, and you have something valuable to offer the world that only you can give. Let me remind you that you are uniquely created and designed. There's only one you with your exact experiences, background, challenges, and victories. And that makes you perfectly qualified to walk in purpose in a way that only you can. You have a very special role in this life, a purpose that will bring meaning, joy, and peace to your life while bringing change, wisdom, and value to the life of others like nothing else can. See, purpose isn't just something that you're going to pick up and run with one day. It's something that you'll discover and evolves over time. As you grow in wisdom and have more experiences in life, your purpose will deepen and expand. At a young age, I realized that people would feel very comfortable speaking to me about many different situations. And I found joy in helping them discover different perspectives and answers that would lead them to a better overall outcome. I would speak to friends about different friendships that they were struggling with, like a mediator. I would speak to classmates about classwork, like a tutor. And I would speak to family and even strangers about personal experiences and perspectives, like I was a counselor. And even though I probably was not the most qualified person to do so back then, in a lot of those cases, looking back, I can see how God was using me to help them in the moment and was qualifying me and preparing me to grow in such a way that would prepare me for the future that was to come. I also used to share my love for music by loudly and obnoxiously singing in the house like many children do, just running around singing Disney songs. And that later turned into me joining the church worship team and different school choirs. Eventually, that turned into me learning how to play the saxophone and then sharing that gift with more people on larger stages. Even when I wanted to put these gifts down and walk away from them completely, they essentially just pulled at my spirit and just seemed to linger around like that fly you can't really swat away. Now I find myself in a position using my gifts for speaking with people and playing music to worship God and help people and coach people to take advantage of the opportunities in their life and become more victorious. See, my purpose and those gifts have always been there, and they have grown and taken on different shapes throughout the different seasons of my life, even before I realized that it was my purpose or even a gift. So I have no clue on how they'll shift, grow, and change in the next season of my life. But because I recognize what my purpose is and what my gifts are, I know that I'll follow the right direction and love every step of the journey. So your purpose is essentially honed in on over time, and your gifts are used in different ways through different seasons of your life as your skills grow. But the question becomes, how do we recognize our purpose? What steps can we take today to align ourselves with our true callings? You see, finding your purpose isn't as hard as people may actually think it is, because everyone's purpose is based on the same one principal idea. And I'll share that principal idea with you here in just a moment. But first, I want us to understand that purpose gives us direction in life, obviously, because it's the reason why something is done or created in the first place. It's essentially the motivation we have for moving forward. People often think of purpose as something tied to a job, which I can definitely understand. Work takes up the majority of our hours as adults, and we're trained from a young age to think career success equals purpose. But we obviously know this isn't true. There's a reason why so many people have left and are leaving corporate America after many years of climbing the ladder, because they're unhappy and essentially unfulfilled. Some people actually think purpose has something to do with a predestined duty, like being a spouse and becoming a parent. But I want to point out that these perspectives are just roles, not purpose. Your job, spouse, or duty to your children might be a part of how you live your purpose, but it's not the whole story. Purpose isn't confined to a specific task, role, or activity. It's a way of living, a mindset, and an approach to life that transcends what you do in any given moment. Purpose is about how you show up in every situation, expressing your values, your gifts, and service to others consistently, whether you're at home or at work or in any other social setting. For example, if your purpose is caring for the physical well-being of others, maybe you're a doctor, or better yet, maybe you're the manager at a warehouse that makes sure everybody is working safely and according to code, so that way no one sustains an inconvenient injury that can really mess up their life. At home, maybe you're teaching your family to eat healthy and respect their bodies so that they can live as long as possible with no pain. In public, maybe you're the person that helps strangers with heavy groceries or shares their knowledge with someone at the gym on how to do a proper lift. Or maybe you're the guy who brings vegetables and fruits for everyone to the corporate potluck at work. Maybe you're getting the side eye, but regardless of where you are, your purpose has been to help people do things safely and make choices in a way that's going to preserve their health and well-being. So, as I mentioned earlier, there is one principal idea that exists in everyone's purpose in life, and that is to love, serve, and help others. This is what gives us that feeling of fulfillment and value. To do something for someone else gives our lives a value beyond anything fame or money can possibly give. And the more often you help and serve others, the more fulfilled and valued you'll be and feel. In Galatians 5:13, the word of God says, "You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love." In Matthew 20:28, it says, "Just as the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve and to give his life as a ransom for many." And in 1 Peter 4:10, it says, "Each of you should use whatever gifts you received to serve others as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms." So serving others is the foundation for everyone's purpose. It's literally embedded into our DNA. Whenever I can, I actually love listening to different podcasts, audiobooks, and just reading about the experiences of different individuals who have made a positive impact on the world. The common element I've noticed is that even they focus on serving and helping others from their platforms, which has actually fueled their motivation and drive and led them to living a successful life of purpose and meaning. Individuals like Tom Bilyeu, the co-founder of Quest Nutrition, talks about how he was focused on helping people live a healthier life through better nutrition. Tony Robbins, the life coach and motivational speaker, talks about how his goal is to serve people by helping them unlock their potential and achieve personal and professional breakthroughs. Even athletes like Serena Williams, Muhammad Ali, Colin Kaepernick, and Musicians like Bob Marley, Alicia Keys use their platforms to serve through activism and philanthropy. Now, you may not agree with their personal views, but the act of service and love was there for all of them. And with examples like these, I think it's safe to say discovering your purpose is going to 100% be tied to serving and loving others. Now, to make sure that we're living a life of purpose that's truly enjoyable to us, we of course don't want to let that service feel like boring work that we don't want to do. And we don't want to work so many hours just surviving and paying bills that we don't have the energy to serve and help people in the way that we like to by the time we punch out. Again, you can absolutely live in your purpose while working on the job and in all the roles of life, and that's completely fine. But at some point, you may want to do more. After the job ends, the kids grow up and leave the house, you may feel like you haven't had the impact that you were capable of. This concept I'm actually about to share with you helps you get the most bang for your buck, the most purpose-driven action for your time. The concept is called Ikigai, which is a Japanese term that means reason for being. This framework helps you think about purpose in a way that balances your passions, talents, and what the world needs to maximize your efforts while allowing your journey and service to become so much more enjoyable. So there are 4 categories in this concept, and as the categories overlap, they can essentially reveal a direction for you to follow that will allow you to live a life of purpose. The first category is what you love. What do you love to do? If money was no object, what would you simply do because it brings you joy? The second category is what are you good at? What skills come naturally to you that others might struggle with? Or what have you worked at for so long, putting in so many hours, it now feels effortless to you? The third category is what does the world need? What challenges or opportunities do you see around the world that your skills and that your talents may allow you to help with? And the fourth category, what can you get paid for? How can your gifts, your passion, and your mission for life create opportunities for you to earn an income? That way you can spend a lot of your time walking in purpose while also taking care of the bills. Now, by reflecting on these categories and questions, you can start to identify your passion, which is what you love and what you're good at. Your mission in life, which is what you love and what the world needs. Your vocation, which is what the world needs and what you can be paid for. And you can also identify a profession, which is what you're good at and what you can be paid for as well. So this framework can help organize, align, and identify your gifts and passion so they can be used to fulfill your purpose. I'll actually include a link in the description so you can see a visual of this concept, or better yet, I may include it in the video as well so you can get a better understanding on how to use it and how to apply this concept when you have time to think and discover your purpose. So living a life of purpose and direction is one of the most absolute fulfilling experiences that anyone can have. It's not about just finding the career that you love, but about bringing your gifts into every interaction in life, at home, at work, at school, and in society. Your purpose is lived through your actions every single day by loving, helping, and serving the people who need it. And the more you actually embrace that, the more joy, peace, and fulfillment you're going to experience. Now, I sincerely hope that you found this video helpful, and if so, do me a favor and hop in those comments and share your thoughts and experiences with me. Let me know how this information has been helpful to you and share what you've discovered your purpose is. That way I and anyone else who views your comments can go ahead and support you on your journey. Also, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any helpful videos that I'll drop in the future. Now, as always, Go take advantage of all the opportunity life gives you to grow and have a victorious day. Peace.